Hey FlossTube, it's me, Hannah, the Okie Stitcher here with another FlossTube update. So today is Sunday, the 14th of April, 2024, and I don't have a work update for you. So retraining is just kind of at a standstill, and running update, I'm doing pretty good with my runs, still consistently going out on the weekends and getting those runs in. Yesterday I ran and it was 3.3 miles, which is right around a 5K because 5K is 3.1 miles. And I am in the run walk phase. So my main objective is I want to go up to 4 miles, and then that way, like distance wise, I'll be good for 5Ks. And then I want to start reducing the walk time and increasing the run time. And then that way it'll I'll eventually get up to be running the whole 5K without stopping. That's my goal for now. My big goal is to do like 10Ks and half marathons, but you know, you gotta baby step it, otherwise you're gonna hurt yourself and then you're not gonna run at all. So that's where I'm at. I am at a little over 3 miles. So yeah, and I don't have a treasure this week. Everything's getting boxed up, so I have fewer and fewer things at my convenience, or at my disposal. Is that a better word? Yeah, that's a better word. Okay, so I'm gonna get just straight into the stitching. I'm gonna start with my lunchtime stitching. I have 3 of them. The first 2 that I have are duplicates. Now, okay, why are you doing some weird stuff? Okay, so this is on 14 count Ada. Called for DMC for what I had in the stash, and there's about five or 6 colors that I did not have in stash, but when I get time, I'm gonna look through and see what I can find that is close enough, because it doesn't have to be exact, it just needs to look good together. And so yeah, this is what I have. The reason why it says 2020 is because these are going to be COVID Santas. They're going to have masks on. And this is because I don't want my kids to forget their unique COVID Christmas. So yeah, this is what I got. It's kind of at a standstill for now, until I get until I get a chance to raid my stash again, because the closest Hobby Lobby is like 40 minutes down the road, and there's nothing really in that area that I would go to, so it would be a 40-minute trip for DMC, and I'm not going to make that trip for 5 DMCs. Like, that's just ridiculous, not with the gas prices the way they are. And to get it shipped in, I mean, the shipping and stuff is ridiculous, so it'd be cheaper to drive there. Anyway, but since I'm kind of at a standstill with the COVID Santas, I am doing another small. Now this is gonna be my youngest daughter's Christmas gift for this year. If you've been around for a while, you guys know that I like to do little stitches for my daughters. And this is gonna be Coraline. Like, you can kind of see the outline, and then the little cat, I forget the cat's name. I don't think the cat had a name. Yeah, I don't think the cat had a name because there was like a whole scene about no one has names here. Yeah, that's right. The cat doesn't have a name. Anyway, so this pattern is from Lunar Fox Stitch over on Instagram. And I have several patterns. So you'll be seeing some more coming through in the next few months. But yeah, so this is for my youngest, little Coraline. This is on 14 count as well, just scrap beta. And this is DMC called for. And this one and the COVID Santas are 2 strands over 1 box, so 2 over 1. And then I was gonna put this up after last week, but I had some contractors come in and work on the house. And I wanted something that I could stitch on, but still be present for what was going on with the house. So this was the obvious choice. Now, okay. I think this is 11 count Aida. The kit doesn't actually say. There's actually not a lot of information in the kit. And I'm doing 3 strands over 1 box, so 3 over 1. And I was working on filling in the 310 over here. Okay, so let me switch sides here. So I filled in like up in here, filled in a little bit over here, and then quite a bit down here. So, and then when you look at the back, you can tell kind of where I'm at. So I would say maybe 1/4 of the way done. My next one is on 14 count Reyes, R-Y-E-S, by Grace Notes Fabric. This is going to be a stocking for my oldest daughter. And there's going to be 3 fawns, and this is the first one. This is stitching up pretty quickly. I did that fawn in just a couple of weeks. So I did the scarf and the head and a couple of snowflakes. I got almost a page finish this week. And the scarf was supposed to be this 921, which is a coppery color. And it is just not very Christmassy, not at all. So I talked with my daughter to see what she wanted to do since it's her stocking. And she said she wanted more of a Christmassy red, so we found this one in my stash. And that's the one she chose. But everything else is called for DMC. And this is 2 strands over 1 box. So 2 over 1. Okay. I'm doing that during the week after work because it's big enough that I can see it while laying in bed and I can, I can relax. This one is my Sunday stitch called the Midwife. So I am stitching this while I am watching season 13, which is the newest season. Last week I did East and then I finished the box. And this is stitching up so fast. So you can see there's not much left. And I'm trying to time it to where I finish this on the last episode of the season. There are 8 episodes this season, and I can't remember if last week was 3 or 4. I think it was 3, but it could have been 4. So I got 4 or 5 episodes left, and that's it. But considering how quickly this is stitching up, I might actually have to slow down on the stitching to make it last. But yeah, so this is 25 count even weave Lugana steel blue color from Hobby Lobby. The floss is Calypso by Weeks Dye Works, and I am doing 1 strain over 1 box, so 1/1. So yeah, there's that one. And then my last one is Yellow Submarine by Blackbird Designs. I am doing this on 28 count Lugana. Yeah, Lugana. This is Belle by Grace Knows Fabrics. And so this is my Saturday night stitching because I have a little bit more energy to actually sit in the good light and stitch this. I did the anchor, and you can't really see it, but there's like a reef or something that goes around it. There's a little X down here, and then this flower, and I did a little bit up here, and then the placeholder down here is the little stream that comes off of the Yellow Submarine. So I am not liking this top border at all. So I think what I'm gonna do is stitch all the other motifs and then reevaluate the top border. I think what I'm gonna do is end up ripping out what I already put in and just leave it off because it is really irritating me. I don't enjoy stitching it, for one. But I think the reason why I don't like stitching it is because I don't think it looks good. Like, I just don't really fully understand what it's supposed to be. So I think what I'm gonna do is do the streams back behind the Yellow Submarine, do the Yellow Submarine itself, and then go back and do the motifs, because some of the smaller motifs aren't even popping up, like the X down here, like you can't even hardly see that. So I don't know, this one I think I'm gonna take some liberties with it and figure it out. But I'm definitely gonna obviously do the Yellow Submarine itself and the streams. And then I'm just gonna play around with it and see what happens. Now there is a year, 1966 is on the pattern. And if you watched my video from last week, you know that there's a whole story behind why I'm doing this pattern, why it's so special to me. And I am gonna sub out 1966 for whatever year I did the flute duet with my friend for the 4-H contest. I know it was in the early 2000s. I'll have to do some research and see exactly when it was, but yeah, so I'm gonna switch that out. I'll have to ask my mom because I'm sure she knows. But this is so told you the fabric. The floss is the called for Weeks Dye Works. No, not Weeks Dye Works. Good night. Gentle Arts. Yeah, Gentle Arts. And it is stitched up 1 strand over 1 box. So 1 over 1. So yeah, that is all my stitching for this week. I did get the newest copy of Just Cross Stitch, and I try my best. I don't always do this, but I do make an effort to remember to show you this back page. Now, feel free to take screenshots and actually zoom in and see if this is a magazine that you would want to invest in. Okay. Now, the 2 that I saw, now normally when I get these magazines, there's several in there that I'm like, oh, that's cute, I would stitch that. But this magazine, there are 2 that I'm like, ooh, I need to go get the DMC for that. And it's this one on 39 and this one on 58, the cover one. This one, okay, so I have an overnight bag that I have that is just for when I do overnight trips with the Girl Scouts. And I think I'm gonna kit this up when I can. And that's just gonna permanently stay in the overnight bag. And that way when we go camping, when we go to actual overnight events, then I'll have it and I can put a few stitches in. So, yep, I am pretty excited for that one. Okay, so that is all my stitching stuff and everything I gotta tell you as far as that goes. I do have someone I want to talk about. And so her name is Lizzie and her channel name is Lizzie, Lizzy. And so she just finished a project. I think it's called Strawberry Sampler. And it has like strawberry shortcakes and strawberry preserves, and the border is vines of strawberries. And man, it is so cute. So cute. I can't wait to see how she finishes it because it's gonna look adorable. And then the project that she is working, I don't think that she's officially started it, if I remember correctly, but I know like she's already announced that it's in her plans. She is wanting to make little stockings for an advent calendar for her son, and she is gonna do like the 12 days of Christmas, and then I think she said she was gonna get some other motifs and make other little stockings. So it's gonna be super cute. It's gonna be so much fun watching her create all these little stockings. And plus, you know, like I'm doing stockings too. Of course, mine are like regular size, not the little minis, but you know, so it's fun because we're kind of both on the same path, just in different versions. So yeah, definitely go check out her channel. I think she's got 3 or 4 videos out right now, so it'll be very easy to catch up on her videos. So yeah, definitely go check her out. All right, well, I think that is everything that I gotta tell you this week. So yeah, have a good one, and TTFN, ta-ta for now.